Om Sri Ganeshaya Namaha. Welcome to another video from Stepping Towards Liberation Group. Today's topic is a temple can generate revenue, but it should not be established for that purpose. And also we'll discuss a small concept or a prototype or an idea like how a group of people can form a temple and can get a benefit from the temple. That is just for a discussion. It is not that anybody has to follow that or something like that. It is just we are sharing some concept which we think it makes sense. Okay, so it is just for a discussion. Okay, let's get into the topic. So I just listed 4 points here: why temple and what benefit, and also what is the main. The second point is explaining the same thing, and the last 2 points are some other things we can discuss more. So actually this the concept like temple can generate revenue, but it should not be established for that purpose, is told by one scholar. His name is I don't mind telling his name because he is Samavidam Shanmugh Sharma Garu. He is from Andhra Pradesh, and he in one of the lectures he told this point, that a temple can generate revenue, but it should not be established for that purpose. There is a lot of things we can discuss here, but we will just discuss in short. Okay, very first thing is why a temple and what benefit. Because if we compare with any other organizations like any software industry, software company, or any industrial thing, or any other things available, or any automobile sector organizations, or anything in this world, there is a purpose for all those things. So the main purpose is it will generate employment wherein people can work and get some salary and they can make their livelihood. So it's very straightforward. The purpose of that organizations is to generate employment and help the society. And also there are some other benefits also, like it's just an idea. I am just discussing a very high level of why the organizations are there. Anyway, the organizations always look for something betterment, like any company which is working on the automobile industry, and they want to make more advanced features in cars and so many things. There is no end for anything which is materialistic. Okay, so the main purpose of those organizations, if we take at a very high level, like to keep people engaged in doing something and they get some money or some salary for what they are doing, and with that salary and they can survive in this world by just buying whatever they need, and that is the basic thing we can think of. Okay, and when it comes to the temple, people have questions. So a temple is there in some community. What is that it is beneficial for them? Because they visit a temple any day, every day, or maybe occasionally, weekly once, or whatever the frequency they are interested. But temple is not paying them any money, and also they are not getting any salary, or of course they will be getting a prasadam or whatever they prepare in temple, and they can have a delicious prasadam, that is good. But usually people expect things in a similar way as if they are working in their organization where they are working. uh, when they always compare with what they are doing in the regular life. So when it comes to the materialistic world, we have to survive here with money. That is the main thing for which we need to work, and we need to engage in some activity. It's not necessarily work, it can be any other activity which will fetch some money and through which we can survive. Okay, so why temple then? Okay, why temple? If we want to discuss, the first thing what we have to understand is we are looking for materialistic benefit and materialistic we are always thinking in the materialistic point of view. Like we went to colleges, we started from school, college and everything, university, and we graduated, and we attended some interviews, and we got some job, and we are working. These are all things happening as long as we are alive. Okay, but many people, not many people, majority of the people, they will always look at what they have to do and what they have to achieve in this life, and they never think of from where they came from, and after they die where they will go. Okay, there are two aspects which we need to focus. One is a materialistic and other thing is spiritual. Spiritual is very subtle, like we cannot see the benefit immediately, or many people don't even think of what it is because they don't know what it is, first of all, and also if somebody try to explain them, they are not interested. Okay, if the people who are not interested in something, we cannot even tell anything to them because they just reject. Okay, because they look only at the thing like what will benefit them in this materialistic world. Okay, everybody in this world know that they will have to die someday, but they're afraid to talk about that, and also they're not interested because basically even if scripture is telling something like after the death something happens and we need to take care of that, the majority of the people don't have faith. First they'll think that okay, whatever they are telling, is it correct? That doubt itself is a destructive thing. Okay, so samshayatma vinashyati. Bhagavan Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita that a person who has doubt will perish. Okay, because the thing is, if you somebody want to prove something materialistic, they can show. Okay, but when it comes to spirituality, after death what happens and before birth where we are, these all things nobody can show. Okay, the thing is scriptures are clearly telling that, and God's grace we all have scriptures and we have opportunity to go through them and understand. Okay, but the thing is if you are totally not interested and okay, whatever my life is, it is going good, I don't want to take worry about after death what happens. It is this video is not for them, and and I wish they will get some they will look back after a few after once they have something to get a breakthrough. Somebody at some point everybody will have to think about that. Okay, if they are not thinking about that because they are very comfortable, it is okay, but it is not okay actually. So but still, let's not worry about the people who are not interested in after death and before birth. Okay, before birth is we don't need to worry because it has happened, and after death is the main thing for us. After death what will happen, and those things are very important which we need to take care. An intelligent person, not like a materialistically intelligent, I'm telling about the person whose consciousness is more he will think about what to be taken care after death. Okay, it means like he will not earn some money and keep it in a bag and ready for the after death he will take it, because nobody can take even a single dollar or single rupee from this world. Okay, the way we came, we will go like that. Okay, but the soul will keep traveling. That's a different concept, and we don't need to worry about, we don't need to discuss that, because that's an entirely different topic. This video we are discussing about why temple. Okay, temple is to take care of after death. Okay, so there are so many things we can discuss about after death. After death we will be going to another body, or there's a lot of things scriptures are telling, and ultimate goal of our life is to get a breakthrough from this life and death cycle. Okay, which will never end, it will be a forever loop. Okay, until and unless our consciousness will develop and we we get a breakthrough, we keep circling around this lives, which is a different topic. Okay, so ultimately the thing is we need to get out of this life and death cycle. So that is where temples, scriptures are helping us. The thing is, one of the biggest hurdle people have is these are not visible to you and nobody can show that. But if the people who believe and then try, they will get a break. Okay, for earning your livelihood, for spending your money, somebody has to give money. So for that you go work, you learn and you update your technology, and that will help. So materialistically we are already taken care of. Everybody in this world is taken care of, whether they do a job or they do their own business or whatever it is. They are definitely earning money at the end of the day or at the end of the month or whatever frequency they are, but they are able to sustain the life by spending the money what they earn. The same thing we need to think about, what will happen after death and what should I do for that one. Okay, at least I should get a better life than this. Ultimate goal is to get out of this birth and death cycle. That is the ultimate. But if even if we are not there yet, at least we should do good things, and we should practice good things and make sure that our future is good. Future in the sense not only in this life, after life also. Swami Chinmayananda of Chinmaya Mission, he used to tell, he told in one of the lectures, your current life is the blueprint of your next life. Okay, so let's not deviate the topic. Okay, I think these temples and scriptures will help you to elevate your soul, and so don't think that there is nothing benefit from the temple because only you are spending the money and you are not getting anything back. You are getting more and more than what you are earning in your materialistic earnings, but in a different way. Okay, which you are already getting by going to the temple or supporting any temple or whatever it is. Okay, so I think the temple, why temple is clear now. So just to summarize, schools, colleges, these organizations, any automobile industry or medical industry or any kind of all the industries are there for survival, and they will help us to make sure that our life is taken care, like whatever the bread and butter they will be. Once you are into that those things, you will get a good job and you will succeed in your life. Spiritual things like temples and understanding the scriptures and all those things, they don't have immediate returns or immediate benefits, which there are immediate benefits, but you don't see that. I'm telling, we should understand that in that sense. It is not that there is no benefit means not immediate benefit, means benefit is there every second. Okay, but that is a subtle benefit which will see the benefit after your death. Okay, so that's where the temple is. Okay, now having understood why we have temples and why we have the other materialistic things, we are clear now. A temple is a necessity for anybody in this world to elevate the soul. Okay. Now let's come to the point. Like revenue, temple can generate revenue, but it should not be established for that purpose. Nowadays, because it is just a Kali Yugam, and it is just a starting. Okay. So we see so many places, temple always raising funds, and even whatever we don't want to comment on any temple, but the thing is, they keep on raising funds, and they keep so a lot of activities, and that's it's going good. It's good for the society. Um, but there are many people who have question like why these people are raising funds always. Okay, there is a there should be some end or something. They think that there should be some point where okay, the temple has enough money and we don't need to raise funds, but it will not happen in many cases. Any temple you go, they will keep raising the funds. Most of the cases I am telling, they will keep raising the funds even if they have a 2 million 3 million, but still they raise the fund, and what they are doing is a question for anybody in this world. Okay, let's not talk about that, because why they are raising funds, they are doing so many things and they need money. It's not that some money, there's no limit for any service. Okay, to do some service we need a lot of money, and whatever the money we earn, we can finish it and we can do more service. Okay, that's the reason maybe they are raising more funds. It's okay, we don't want to look at that in more detail. Let them do their best, and they can let them raise the funds and do the help for the community. Okay, but thing is, we are discussing here a very simple concept, and which is, I think it is really good. Okay, let's see, go to a temple and they will ask you some money for any service, and then you pay the money and get the service. Okay, but the thing is, it is good if you have money, you can go and do the service. At the same time, there is another person who doesn't have that much money and he is not able to do that service. Okay, so these kind of things will come up. So sometimes there is a service which is a little more expensive for me or for anybody, but it may be affordable for some others. Okay, the thing is, what we are discussing now is very important and very nice thing. Okay, what I felt is like the temple should not demand. It's not that they are demanding, they just put some price tag for every service. Okay, it is good, they are getting money. The thing is, because otherwise if you don't ask, many people will never give. Some people don't give at all. Okay, it is for for so many reasons they kept a price tag for every service. Okay, let's get into another scenario where we wanted to implement something where everybody should get benefit, and we don't need to ask anything. Okay, it's beautiful, right? It's to hear that, it is a very good concept. Let's see how we can achieve that. Okay, suppose there is a community. According to me means my opinion I am sharing. A temple should be for the benefit of community. Okay, so for the benefit of community, when temple is coming up, temple should be supported by the community. It's very simple. Okay, assume that there are so many communities your place, or so many places in the whole world. There are so many millions of communities. Okay, community means like I am telling a group of a people, 100 families or 200 families. Some cities are little big. They may be having some thousands of people in the same place. What I just took an example of a community where 100 families are staying. Okay, just to bring up whatever we are thinking. Suppose these 100 families contribute $100 each per month. That will become a $10,000. Okay, so to run a temple, how much we need? we cannot judge that one, because it depends on how many services the temple is offering, and how much big the temple is, and what are the things that they need. I just took an example of small temple maintenance. It may take some roughly $10,000. That is covering the salary for the priest, and buying the inventory for the temple, uh, and serving prasadam and all those things. So I'm not including the cost of the temple itself, like construction and all those things are the secondary things. I'm looking at something established and to run it. Okay, maybe it needs around $10,000. So their 100 families can support with $100 each, and it will become a 10,000. Okay. The thing is, if this $10,000 can come from this community, the temple can run on its own. It means like we don't need to ask anybody like how much for this service, this much for this service $10, for this service $20, for this service $50, for this service $251 or whatever. I'm just giving a rough examples. So if the temple is running on its own at $10,000, whatever the temple needs, it is coming from this community, it is good. Then why should we ask money? We don't need to ask. Okay. And in spite of that one, what we can do is, there is another thing which is very important in Hinduism. You don't ask money for doing any service. That is for the person who is giving the service, and for the person who is receiving the service also, there is a thing which is there in scriptures. You should not take anything for free, which is good. Good means like, because the person who is giving you the benefit, he won't ask you, but it's our thing to just give something, so that they will be happy, right? Because they have to. It's not that whatever the money you give is for their survival, for at least for their benefit, or for their survival, or whatever it is. You can give some. You should give it. If you give something to the person who is helping you, then it's a kind of two-way handshake. Okay, if you want to tell in the technical terms. So when that is there, scripture is saying that, then the temple also can keep a hundi, or some donation box, where anybody who comes to the temple, they can take the services, avail the services, and whatever they feel, they can put it in the hundi, in the box, whatever the donation box. Suppose the donation box earned around $4,000 per month. Okay, assume that end of the month they counted all the things, whatever they accumulated in the donation box. It's a $4,000. So what is the expenses of the temple? $10,000. I just told you that $10,000 is covering for the utility bills, for the priest's salary and inventory, and for serving prasadam and all those things. Okay. So 10,000 is the temple expenses, and 4,000 is the money which we got from the hundi, and we gave benefit to we did service for everybody who came there. Okay. So what the concept is, every community, this community 100 people, they are donating $100 per month. Okay. This month they may need to give only $60, because $4,000 the temple already made it, so it's short of $6,000. So everybody, all the family members can contribute 60. So that way, it is not that every temple totally depending on the families, but they should be a backbone. Okay, they are ready to contribute $100, which is the worst case scenario. The best case scenario is, we never know. We don't. Maybe temple may get more than $10,000 in that hundi. Suppose there is a big festival and the people donated a lot of money, and temple got $20,000. then we don't need then the community people who are staying 100 families, they don't need to give anything for this month and the next month also. Okay, but maybe the third month it may be less, so that time they need. At any point of time, $100 is a cap, okay, which the community people should be ready to give, and it can be less. Okay, so that is where that is a beautiful concept which we are discussing here. And suppose a temple made more money, example, assume that, what we do is, what the temple can do is, they can do some very good programs. They can call some scholars. They can afford, right? It's not that scholar will demand money. They can call some good persons, and they can do some cultural activities, and also or they can do some kind of some homam, or some Pratyangira homam, or some Sudarshan homam on behalf of all the community and for the peace of world. Because I have seen in one temple, I don't want to mention the name of the temple, they do Sudarshana homam, and they mention in the flyer saying that we do sankalpam for the whole community. The beautiful concept, right? They are working for, they are indirectly telling that we are taking sankalpam for the whole community. It's not necessarily you should go there and be part of it. You are already part of it. Okay, so like that, the temple, if they get more money, they can do more and more things. Okay, the thing is, as a community is supporting the temple, and temple is automatically surviving, and the temple is giving benefit, because temple gives benefit to the people who are supporting, definitely. Because when you are servicing God will not keep quiet. Okay, because you, as I told you, in the scriptures are telling, if the person who does service, he will do the best. Okay, and whether you give returns or not, he will do the best. But in this case, when the community is donating for the temple, it is for God, right? God will definitely give you returns. Okay, but don't think that because I donated $100, I got some $300 back, like that. No, never ever think about what returns you will get. Okay, your returns will be in a different form. Okay, it is a peace of mind. Okay, suppose you gave you are a part of this 100 families, and you are donating $100 per each, for each month. Okay, your family, you may feel that after 2 years, couple of years, your family is little pleasant compared to 4 or 5 years back. We cannot count the value of that peaceful, right? Your family peace will cannot come to some with $10,000 or $100,000. We cannot count that. What is the benefit? How much the value is there in getting peace of mind? Okay, or you might become wealthy. That's also possible. Okay, but don't think that because I supported this temple, I'm doing good. You are definitely doing good, but don't correlate this with whatever you're donating at the temple. Okay, so don't do that, and definitely try to. This is a concept which I feel that so every community should come up and they do some service, and they should get involved, and they should have a small temple. It is not necessarily a small big temple or small temple, whatever it is. They may be having some kind of a worship place. It's okay if the people are capable, they can build $1 million temple and do the service. If not, it's okay. Just some 400,000-500,000 they can raise it, and then they can make it. Otherwise, they can start in some small place and gather, and then they can convert it as a temple, or and slowly they can get some small facility. It's up to them actually. But the thing is, we should keep as a people, as a person who is a part of the community. I think, like, personally, in person, I feel is like, let's do some service to the community, and then we will be peaceful, and we will also help the society. So this is a beautiful concept, which is, I think it is a real good model. If suppose if somebody is really able to uh, if somebody can think that this is good, and if they can follow it, it is very good. uh, that's what this is, just a sharing of this idea. Okay, but I think it is I think it's a 30-minute video. I thought it will be short, but it has become more, but it is okay. So the topic is very lengthy topic, but anyway, we discussed whatever maximum possible. We can discuss still further, but that's okay for now, which is good. If anybody has any comments or something, they can always put a comment in this for this video. And also, just for people who may not be aware of, we it's just a stepping towards liberation. We just called this group as stepping towards liberation. It's not a small word, it's a very big thing, but whatever possible, we are stepping, whether we may be at the one step or second two steps, or we are yet to start, at whatever it is, we are stepping towards liberation. In part of this, we are doing all so many things. So people who are interested, they can send email to this group, stl.2022@gmail.com. They will get more information. So we plan to do so many things, because we can do a lot of things, and whatever best we can, we will do. Just be part of this group, then you will know more and more. And also we have to expand, so that it's good, people get benefit, and also we can share so many things. So all the best, and I wish I covered the topic, not in too much detail, but at least in detail. So all the best. Thank you so much. Hari Om.